Hi everyone, welcome to the Tippinggods channel. Today is Tuesday the 20th of April and we're going to have a quick look at our feature golf tip for this week. Of course, as always, our feature tips are on our social media platforms already, as is this one, and the links to those platforms are below in the description of this video. So without further ado, we are off to the LPGA Tour again this week. The LPGA is heading to California for the LA Open around the Wilshire Country Club. Really interesting golf course this. It's been around for 50 plus years, par 71, 6450 yards, so just a tad under 6,500 yards for a par 71. So pretty standard in regards to length, against par for the LPGA Tour. But this course is going to be a real test. Yes, you're going to have to hit fairways, but this is a tree-lined course. A lot of the holes are not straightforward. There are, movements, whether it be traditional dog legs or wrap-around holes or variations into a straightaway shot. Also, there's well over 70 bunkers on this course, heavily bunkered, heavy separation of bunkers too, not just large bunkers, but a lot of smaller bunkers for capturing tee shots as well as into the greens. The greens themselves are really interesting, not your traditional, greens you would see in the LPGA Tour. In a lot of ways, they're like an old Robert McKenzie type architecture golf course hole, in that the greens are large but they have real separate areas, so you could put a pin placement on one of 4 or 5 different areas that would have its own section of that green, and if you miss those sections then you've got enormous parts over ridges and valleys, etc. They're going to make putting very difficult. And in a lot of ways, a little bit like Augusta, you've got different traditional areas. Miss those, you're in some trouble. This course is a little bit like that. So, as always, you're going to have to find the fairway. LPGA, of course, though, that's not really an issue, is it? 95% of LPGA professionals are hitting 60% of fairways or above, and most of them, when I say most of them, top 30 players on LPGA Tour are hitting 70% of fairways and above. It's that's never an issue on this tour. It's quite incredible, in fact, just how accurate the ladies are off the tee. So hitting fairways and shaping drivers is a key this week. But I think if you work back from the hole, what really is going to be the key is being able to shape iron shots into these greens, to be able to find the right levels, to find the right areas of these greens. So yes, you've got birdie opportunities, but you're also taking 3-putt opportunities out of the equation. I think that's going to be critical this week. So you need someone who's going to be hitting greens but shaping shots. You've got to shape shots around some of these greens. Short game course putting, always very important, of course, but if you can't find the right area of these greens, I think you're going to be struggling this week. So yes, we need someone who hits fairways, but for me it's about second shots in that are going to separate the winner from the pack. With that, of course, we're going to tip one of our favourite LPGA golfers, Brooke Henderson, the Canadian. She hasn't had the greatest year thus far for her standards. I mean, this is the 6th or 7th ranked LPGA player, and top 10 in the world. And I think her best performance this year has been tied 9th. So lots of top 25s, but no wins, no top 5s, and I think the one gap in her game this year is her putting. Traditionally she's a top 30 to top 40 ranked putter on the tour, which complements her elite shot making skills. This year she's around I think she might even be ranked around 100th in putting. So clearly her putting has fallen away this year. So the question is, is it temporary or is it a long-term issue she has with her putting? Well, this is an elite player and we think it's only temporary. So we're going to rely on Brooke Henderson to hit fairways like she does at around 78% of the time. She's always, in nearly every year of her career, been top 5 in GIR. So her ability to hit greens, second shots in, her ability to shape shots is elite in this tour, and I think that's going to hold her in good stead. Yes, we're looking for an improvement in her putting, but if she can bring that, at $25, Brooke Henderson for the LA Open is just the wrong price in our mind. Yes, it's a reasonably deep field. A lot of players coming from across to LA. So the field is pretty much similar to the Lottie of last week. But I think Brooke's due. She's due for a breakout week. Her putting, we're going to assume is going to be better than it has been for the rest of the season. Her elite tee to green game, I think, will really shine this week. So $5 to win, $5 to place on Brooke Henderson for the LA Open at around $23 to anything up to around $28 we've seen on some of the exchanges. I think that's an excellent price. You're going to get a great sight for your money this week with Brooke Henderson, and she is our feature golf tip. Of course, at Tipping Gods, heaps of free tips to get stuck into, whether it's the golf or the racing or anything else. And if you want all our free tips all the time, you know what to do. Log on to tippinggods.com, sign up, and we'll make sure you've got all our information with plenty of time to review, and maybe even join in with us if you concur with the way we're thinking on our selections. But that aside, no matter what you're betting this week or investing in this week on the golf or anything else, we wish you the very best of luck. Please do stay safe and always remember to invest responsibly. Thank you.